Okay, I think we are live, and let me double check my audio settings. Sweet. Hey, Hacksters! Welcome to the unboxing for our current contest, Build Together Part 2. So last year we did a Build Together contest. It's focused on assistive tech for people with disabilities, and the cool thing about this contest is that it's not just like people building stuff for other people without any input from them, as I'm sure we've all seen hackathons like that. We have a panel of expert judges with lived experience who advise everyone who's building projects, and I think it's a really cool initiative that we do in conjunction with a bunch of cool sponsors who have helped us put together this super box that I'm about to unbox. It is a hardware collection worth about $400, and we gave out 200 of these. Unfortunately, you've missed the deadline to join this particular contest, but we always have some going on. So we've also got this AMD one going on, the pervasive AI developer contest, and just check back to see what else we've got going on. We've got Intel, NVIDIA, SparkFun, etc. So there's always some contests going on. So this one is in conjunction with a bunch of amazing hardware companies, including ARM, Blues, Nordic Semiconductor, Seed Studio, M5 Stack, PCBWay, and DF Robot, as well as a bunch of academic co-sponsors and collaborators, including some of those that you see here, such as ETH Zurich, who I've got pulled up here. They are a public research university focusing on STEM, and they've jumped in on one of our prizes. So there's a little bit of clerical information here, but yeah, spotlighting the transformative role of assistive technologies for people with disabilities, explore beyond the conventional, and create innovative solutions that are useful and novel for people with disabilities. So here is a rundown on the different focus areas. We've got mobility impairments and visual impairments, outdoor and indoor activities for people with visual impairments, and home and tools and sports and hobbies for people with mobility impairments, with these contest masters who are expert advisors. So this one is very hands-on, but we're going to dig into this Superbox, which I haven't opened up yet, and I'm very excited to do it because it's been sitting here next to my desk for like a month or so. Next time I'm going to get it out earlier, so we'll be able to take a look. But let's get it open and see what we've got here. Actually, I'm going to open it up on the big camera so that we can see. This, always cut away from yourself, preferably not right next to your face, but this is what we're doing. It's so satisfying. All right. Oh, we've got the Hackster tissue paper. I love this. Check that out. I actually saved all the Hackster tissue paper I got my hands on because I always think that I'm gonna like use it for something. I don't know. Maybe I'll end up at some point like sending out gifts of my own. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this on the desk and we're gonna dig into it together. Okay, here we go. And I'm gonna adjust the focus a little bit lower. No, we'll stick with it here. So, hello, Tariq. Nice to see you. It's been a while since I did a live stream. Okay, so we've got this NRF 52840 development kit. This is from Nordic Semiconductor. This is their very popular wireless SoC. We're going to take a look at the product page for that real quick. So this is a development kit, a DK, Bluetooth Low Energy, Bluetooth Mesh, NFC, Thread, and Zigbee. You can do Matter over Thread, which is the big new-ish open standard home automation and smart home system protocol that allows you to add technology from all kinds of different companies, including like Apple and Google and stuff like that. We've got a bunch of different demos from Nordic, from CES from the last couple of years that I've got on our YouTube channel. Really interesting stuff. It's got an NFC antenna as well, and it's compatible with some other stuff that we've covered before, including the Power Profiler Kit 2, this guy, which we've unboxed, I think, like 3 years ago. But you can find it in our tech highlight playlist, as well as the NPM 1300 EK evaluation kit and NPM fuel gauge board, which are for creating profiles of different batteries and sorting out how they were going to work with your technology. So you can use these, hook them up to your device, and either use pre-profiled battery models or create your own custom ones with the fuel gauge board. Really interesting stuff, and we covered that as well in our tech highlights, so go check out that playlist. But yeah, this is a really interesting kit, all kinds of wireless stuff, and it's Arduino Uno revision 3 compatible, so if you have any shields, you can work with that, and also you can do some really pretty good debugging. So that's the NRF 52840, really popular wireless SoC development kit. Oh, I should take it open. Okay, I'll take it out of the box later on. First up, I'm gonna leave us in this aspect. Oh, there's so much stuff here. Okay, actually, I didn't even realize you had this. Oh yeah, okay, so this is the STM32 F411 dev board. That's from Adafruit. Check that out. We're gonna get that out of the box too. I didn't even know this was gonna be in the box. There's another STM32 board in the kit, which is why I was a little confused. We've got some stuff from Blues, which is another wireless company, and they have a Swan board that's STM32 based in an, ironically, in an Adafruit Feather form factor, which this one is not, even though it's from Adafruit. Check that out. I have never seen this one before, so I'm going to have to dig up some info on that, but this is an STM32, or did it say F411, something like that? Yes, F411 dev board. We'll check that out later. There's a link on here. I'll put it in the description. adafruit.it/4877. That's the product code. Cool. What do we got here? Oh, this is some of the Blues stuff. Okay, cool. Yeah. So let's. Oh, I love this. I'm a huge fan of privacy tech. And I have one of these. Actually, I have one of these from Nordic on my computer right now. It's a little camera slider that allows you to cover your camera when you're not using it. And I love that. Always, always here for privacy tech. Ooh, yeah. Oh, these are in the same candy package. Okay, let's get all the Blues stuff out right now. So we've got 3 different little packages in here. Oh, I gotta reach around my microphone. There we go. Okay, so let's dig into what these are exactly. We're going to pull up the contest page again. So Blues has contributed a kit worth $130, the Swan V3. That's the microcontroller I was telling you about. That is STM32 based, and it's in a Feather form factor for any of your Adafruit Feather compatible add-ons. But also, it has castellated edges, and you can get it with pre-soldered headers or with loose header pins included, so that you can solder it onto your own PCB. So this is part of the Blues offering. You've also got a note carrier, which is Blues has this really interesting system where they have swappable note cards, which are wireless communication add-ons. So cellular, Wi-Fi, these are included in the kit. I've got them in my hand right now. And then the note card is what you mount those onto. So you can see this M.2 slot here with the little screw so that you can hold, you add one of these onto your note card. And the note card is basically the expansion board, a breakout board with GPS and GNSS antennas in this particular case that allows you to easily swap out wireless options while prototyping on one main board with different capabilities. So there's that guy, and then there's a bunch of different other ones. There's note carriers with different, there's a Pi Hat one. I just covered this one as part of the global, or part of the LoRaWAN starter kit. They've got all these different ones. Really interesting tech. So check out our videos on their stuff as well. We got the LoRaWAN kit, and then a little while ago we did the not too long. Oh yeah, here we go. At the end of last year, we did the Blues Global Starter Kit as well. So really interesting stuff coming from them. From them, we have the Note Card Cellular, Note Card Wi-Fi, a Note Carrier A, and the Swan. So let's have another look at these. Which ones are these? I'm not going to pull them all out of the anti-ESD bags because then they'll go all over my desk and everything will be a disaster. Okay, but here is the note carrier, and you can see that there's this M.2 slot where both of these little note cards will fit in. And those add the wireless capability, whether that be cellular, Wi-Fi, LoRa, whatever. The cool thing about the LoRa kit. Oh no, I'm not gonna go into that. You gotta watch the video. Okay. I try and focus. So now we have a couple of things from Seed Studio. Let's take a look at the contest page again and see what these things are. We've got a Xiao ESP32 S3 Sense and a Grow Shield for Xiao. So Xiao is essentially an equivalent to Adafruit's Cutie Pie, and they are somewhat pin compatible, actually. What you'll see is that there are these small little boards, and they have versions with all these different microcontrollers on them. So we've got ESP32, S3, C3, I think there's a SAMD21, SAMD51 maybe, all these different, and I think there's an RP2041 as well. Anyway, could go on. The point is they have a ton of these. They've got castellated edges. You can add them onto your own PCBs. They come in different flavors of microcontroller, and this one in particular is an ESP32 S3 Sense. The cool thing about this is that the Sense has, I'm going to actually go ahead and open this up, but I'm going to make sure that I keep all the pieces in the same spot. So the Sense has this camera add-on, and that enables you to do vision applications. So not only that, but there was an opportunity to apply for other vision kits from Seed Studio. So beyond the standard Superbox, you could also 10 people could also win Seed Studio Fusion PCB fabrication coupons, and then also the Grove Vision AI V2 kit. So the Grove Vision blah 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 blah. You can read it there. Vision AI module V2 and the FOV camera module. Let's take a look at these real quick. So we've got the this is the thing I just opened here. It has ESP32 S3 Wi-Fi, BLE, camera, digital microphone, and then a bunch of other add-ons that make it very functional. So you've got a battery charging included. If you want to add a LiPo battery onto there, it has a charging circuit so that it'll be able to manage that for you. Some development kits don't have that because they want them to be able to work easily with like AA and AAA battery packs. So you don't want to have automatic charging in there, lest someone hook up the USB-C and then accidentally start feeding charge into their non-rechargeable batteries. But this one does have one. You've got an antenna in there that we saw, and you can check out more about this. Oh, I did not know that this was a second part of the name. So I'm aware of the fact that xiao means small in Mandarin, but I'm curious about this part now. Is there another version of the word? My colleague Ginger is the expert here and will be able to tell me. So this is the other piece, the Grove base. So if you're not familiar, Grove is Seed's plug-and-play I2C module expansion ecosystem. They've got all these different modules. Clearly, a lot of them are very popular. The human presence sensor is especially interesting. But while you see that some of these are out of stock, there's so many expansions for this system, like ultrasonic sensors, all types of different like infrared sensors. You've got buttons, you've got potentiometers, you've got NFC stuff, you've got motor drivers, you've got all this different stuff, and pretty good documentation as well. Seed does really well with their wiki documentation, so you can go check that out. And I think I've put that link in the description to the video as well. So let's dig into more of the box. These are so cool. That's the Grove expansion module, and you can see that it has these connectors, which the Grove, got one of them right here actually. This is the Grove cable. These are the I2C cables that attach, you know, whatever these modules are. In fact, I have one of the modules here as well. This is a UV sensor, and you just connect them like that. And they all look like little candy bars, and it makes me so happy. So very convenient. All right, what's under the tissue paper? Let's find out. Ooh. I gotta actually, is there more in here? I feel like we just used a huge box. I was like, I think I covered all the hardware that was in the box. Okay, well, I'm a little embarrassed about the large box there, but that's okay. Nobody's perfect. So we've got the Blues hardware. Let's just get this all out on here. Besides that, there were a couple of gift cards included in the Superbox. I did not get those because I'm not going to be showing them off to you on the show. But we do have a DF Robot $80 gift card for Unihiker, which is a really cool piece of technology, and a PCBWay $40 gift card. So lots of different PCB options, a couple of different parts of that kit that you could add on to your own PCB, including that Chow module and the Blues Swan. For example, I think I covered most of my little tabs up here, but let me make sure. Oh yeah, Unihiker. So this is a really cool piece of tech that I covered a while, like maybe a year or two ago, where it's able to run multiple, I think up to 6 AI models, like vision models, at the same time. And it's almost like a little camera in that it has a little switch and a camera on one side and a view screen on the other side. So you can see it going there. And it also has this microbit-esque edge connector on it. So you've got a little rocker switch that allows you to choose which model you're going to be running. You've got little I2C breakouts here. Let me see. I think I actually have one around here. I wasn't sure if it was going to be in the box. Give me 1 second. All right, so today is a little bit chaos mode, and what I'm doing is I've pulled out my little box of things I'm excited to hack on. This is one such box, and the Unihiker is not in here, but I know that it's in one of them. And I want to show you because it's so cool. Unihiker, where'd you go? Well, got one more box to check out. I really want to show it, even though I'm not sure it's going to be in this one either. Well, I will dig up the Unihiker video and put it in the description to this video as well, because it's a really cool piece of technology that enables, as I said, you can load different vision models onto it, and then it basically has like a little camera. You got a camera on the front, a screen on the back, and when you choose one of those models, for example, object detection or face, like recognizing a particular person's face, or locking onto an object and following it around, it'll put a little bounding box on it, and then like you'll see the little different objects being tracked and whatever. It all runs locally on the device. No wireless is needed, and it's such a powerful little piece of technology. So anyway, that's Unihiker. It was one of the things that we had a coupon for in the kit. What else have we got here? We've got oh yes, there was an M5 stack coupon as well, I believe. So let's take another look at what we've got here. So when you look at, here's a quick visual of everything in the kit, but then when we get to the prizes, you can see that we have a $5,000 award for the ultimate award, whoever comes up with the coolest thing and actually builds and publishes their project. So we have a combined collaborative Hackster and ETH Zurich certificate of excellence that's going to go to this person. Whoever submitted the 2 most innovative solutions, and that's provided by ARM. We've got a Nordic semiconductor super prize with a gift card. We've got a grand prize for each of our categories, as well as runners-up and honorable mentions, as well as a lucky draw for 2 submissions from ETH Zurich. And we have a Discord for this contest. So we have a general Hackster Discord, as well as different channels for our currently ongoing contests. So be sure to check those out, because if you're in this particular contest, you can actually get an award for being the best talent on Discord. All right. So that concludes our rundown of the Superbox. It's been a while since I did an unboxing. I'm always excited to share these things, and it's been a while since I actually managed to dig into the hardware beyond the unboxings, but I can tell you that in coming months, that's actually going to be happening a bit more. We're going to have more projects, more tutorials, as well as more interviews coming your way. So be sure to stay tuned for all the hardware stuff. I had to open up the NRF 52840 development kit real quick. Okay, before I sign off, I'll show you this. So this is the wireless SoC breakout development kit from Nordic, and it has a little antenna that is actually stuck onto the, it was stuck under the RTC battery. I believe this is for NFC, but yeah, you can do all kinds of different wireless experiments, and it has Arduino breakouts. So shoop and shoop. And then you can hook it up to whatever, including that power profiler kit too, and the NPM fuel gauge and NPM 1300 EK that allow you to do all this different power profiling and battery profiling and power management stuff. So if you want to do something really intense, Nordic is always a good bet. We've got tons of unboxings and getting started with these different things on our Tech Highlights channel, which is where this video is going to be posted as well. So scroll through the playlist and I'm sure you'll find something you like. Then subscribe for more hardware, unboxings, tutorials, and interviews coming soon in the future. Thanks for watching. I'm your host, Alex Glow. Hack on. And we'll see